We have the red goblin player Inumara at the bottom side against the blue Elven player Ectelion at the top side. I can see it. I can see scoreboard. Yeah, I mean, maybe you need to just, you know, restart your browser, Gluer. I think that's gonna fix the problem. 2 Malone trees coming up for elves. Into the third Malone tree. That's the economical opening from Ectelion once again. Kribane is, you know, Cavebat, sorry, is able to scout the entire area. He's able to see every single placement of this Malone trees. And he knows that Ectelion goes for the economical opening. He himself building 2 tunnels into the first Goblin Cave. And third Goblin Cave, third tunnel, I mean, sorry, right after that. Okay, so early on we will see goblins, but I believe later on we will need to see something else. Because the playstyle of the Elven faction is, you know, getting lots of Lorien archers on the field. And goblins all alone is not going to achieve too much for you unless you send a really big number to the opponent. Sending like a couple of units is not going to achieve anything. That's why you might need some spider riders later on. But for now we will see 2 goblin caves opening. So a little bit pressure early on with the goblins left and right, and that's going to give also the advantage and the momentum for the goblin player if he's executing that right to be able to expand at the same time and build multiple tunnels next to the side of the Elven player's castle. The builder is moving on to the bottom left side, looking for a chance to build a tunnel. There we go. And the second builder is finishing off this goblin cave, as the first goblin warrior is leading through the middle. And the first unit, as you know, expected, is going to be a Lorien archer battalion for the defensive purpose. And again, this goblin is not going to achieve too much. In a one-on-one situation, the Lorien archers are going to be able to kill them way before they can reach out to any of these lumber mills, you know, Malone trees, sorry, and or the Lorien archers, if they can see them coming. But they're in fog of war. They have, you know, they are not visible for the Elven player yet. Nice placement of the micro. I like the pathing of this goblin warriors. That's very nice, because the Elven army is actually in the bottom side. That means they won't be there in time, and this Malone tree is going to be taken down. It's very good stuff.
Archers, ready for
you need to make a choice, because the barracks was delayed, and for that reason he had to make a choice which side he's defending first. In both cases he would be at least lose one of the Malone trees. Nice micro. He's actually trying to bait him or buy some time. That's very good. But the goblins are getting one-shotted. They have no chance. These goblins, they might actually try to fight, but again, that's pointless, because look at this. They get slaughtered, boys. They have no chance. They get like blown up. That's why you need to make either the transition into something that can trample down these Elven archers, or you need to send a really big number. But the spider pit is coming up now. That's good. We have a stable coming up for the Elven player at the same time. Stable is also great against goblin spam. Lancers can trample down these goblins and one-shot them. They're hiding in the trees. You cannot even see them on the minimap when they're hiding like this. So the goblin player has no knowledge until he gets really close to them, you know? Very good placement and macro play from the Elven player Ectelion. Cave Pets is available. Far side was used before. It's on cooldown. Lorien warriors are going to be used as like a human shield to buy the block for this Malone tree, but they will get the chance to surround it anyway, and that's the weakness of the Malone tree. It has only 1040 HP and it will just get one-shotted. Great amount of damage dealt. Great micro here from the Turkish player Inumara. Let's see if he can maintain what he's doing. And look at this placement once again. He won't be potentially able to finish it off, but the amount of damage he will be able to deal is kind of great. He can always finish it off later on. Or is it gonna still go down? Nah. But almost done. So we have now the Lancers on the field. That's gonna even create more pressure on the Goblin player, because now the Goblins have like double counter. Elven Archers and the Revandal Lancers. Spider Lynx or Spider Riders? Spider Riders. So the transition into the level 2 Spider Pit has been already made. He wants to go for the stronger units. Spider Lynx are also not the best choice, because they are kind of vulnerable against Archers too. So I believe in overall in this faction, in this matchup between Goblins and Elves, Elves have a clear advantage about defending, you know? The only advantage you get early on is the outnumber advantage. Then when you can use the map in a great way, you can actually split the map in 2-3 pieces and actually pressure from multiple sides at the same time. And that's what the Goblin player Inumara is supposed to do in a situation like that, if he wants to be able to deal any kind of economical damage. But now is the turn from the Elven player Ectelion. can now also try to pressure those goblin tunnels. After the first couple of minutes into the game, we have 550 command points available for the Alvin player. He has nearly 5 power points collected after the start of killing multiple goblins. There we go, 5 power points collected now, which can be invested into the rallying call or the heal. On the other side, we have 600 command points available for the goblin player in Umara, and he has nearly 4 power points collected. I mean, obviously he wasn't able to kill any units almost, as he's trying desperately to reach out to the Smallon trees and deal economical damage instead. Great fight here, that's good. For goblins, he might now be able to finish off this creep and get more money. Lorien warriors fighting against goblins. Lorien warriors obviously are much stronger in a one-on-one, in a 1v2 situation. You will need multiple goblins in order to be able to win against them. The creep is going to be secured. And
SW33X_ just gifted
and
1 sub.
Dariola, we got the
What's your
idea.
pirate?
Yo, is gifting a sub to Caesar 94. Dariola, thank you so much, dude. Holy moly. Thank you, Dariola. Ayoy. Thank you, Bratty. 7 power points collected after the Keef pads. And we have a Lancer Battalion doing nothing. They are just chilling. Do they have vision about it around the tunnel? Let me check. No, they don't see the tunnel. Farside is going to be used. The Lancers are actually catching those Spider Riders. Beautiful trample though into the archers. They will die anyway. I believe they cannot get away from the situation. Don't run into the pikeman though. He's running into the pikeman, and the Lancer will be able to finish off the Spider Rider. It's painful because they're extremely expensive. They cost 600 each. So losing them is painful. I mean, losing goblins is okay because they cost what, 75 each. So losing them is not a big deal, but losing an expensive unit like that is painful. Rallying call has been used on these Lancers. They are trying to focus down the tunnel. The tunnel is going to be definitely taken down. Maybe they might die in return. You will find out about that. Remember, the Lancers, when they are level 5, they will also get more movement speed. That still only counts as 1. True. But thank you anyway, man. Thank you. Really. A lot. Dariola. Means a lot. 600 command points available for elves. And Wildman of the Unland special summon is available now for the goblin player. The thing is, he needs to be careful about that, right? Because if you use that too early, the Lancers, they can just trample them down the second they get spawned, and you might lose 10 power points of rip. The Malone tree is almost level 2. Try to finish it. He has like a house of healing, I believe. That's why we see the blue animation around the fortress for the heal. If you don't want to go for a well, you can always go for this upgrade. It will heal up all the units around the fortress automatically over time. The Spider Riders, they are committing against the Malone tree. They might be able to take it down, but for which price? They might actually die for it. But it's a level 2 building. It's good when you take it down. It will actually make the Alvin player lose 100 command points. He has a lot of money. Might go for a hero. The commitment now with nice clumping, nice surrounding, and look at the damage, boys. The barracks is going down in a second. That's a lot of damage dealt. In the Wildman of the Unland summon on top of the Alvin army, archer army, the Lancers, they need to retreat. They need to trample them down. And that's the plan. They are going to trample. He has a lot of Lancers, to be honest with you. But this Wildmen were able to kill all the pikemen and all the archers. There is only 1 archer and 2 pikemen remaining on the field. Look at the pressure. He's surrounding the Alvin player from all the possible sides. 10 power points collected, but he's falling apart economically. The Malone tree, he needs to be careful, don't lose it. We have in total right now 850 command points available for the goblin player. And you know, Ectelion is realizing, okay, I have to take down these tunnels, otherwise the pressure is just gonna continue all the time. What Ectelion needs is time. He needs time to scale. He needs time to find a way back into the game number 1. This game is looking phenomenal for the Turkish player in Umara. That's pretty good start into the series in the best of 7. Okay, now we have half-troll pikemen. That's a different story. They are tankier, way tankier. And goblin warriors, they are also a great counter to the lancers. And you know, that's a very interesting gameplay from the Alvin player too. I was not expecting the spam of this many Revendel Lancers at the same time, you know. Be careful! Oh, look how much damage they deal if they touch them. Holy moly, 10 power points collected already after the Wildman of Dunland special summon. Which is reloading, is almost halfway back up. Cave pads will be chosen now. I mean, Warchen is going to be chosen, sorry. 900 command points available for the Goblin player. He has multiple level 2 tunnels. This one is level 2. This one is level 2. This one, I believe, is also level 2. Yeah, he has multiple level 2 tunnels. So keeping them protected is the key to victory. More lancers at the bottom side. Like a lot of lancers though. A lot of them. And Elven player is still in the game. He needs to just, you know, replace the barracks he lost. And get eventually some more pikemen to counter the spider riders. Get some more archers to counter the half-troll pikemen. Because they're gonna be a painful experience for the Elven player and his lancers. 6 power points collected now. He has enough for the Tainted Land. The Lancer, level 3. And we have in total 5 power points almost collected after the Elven Wood, Farsight, Rallying Call, and he has actually still 700 command points collected. We have Gorkil the Goblin King as the first hero of the game. A very handsome goblin. Look his face, guys. It look, you know, he is kind of surprised about something, you know what I'm saying? Look his face. Is he, you know, is he looking angry, surprised, or disappointed? Or, you know, I don't know. One of these three. Like this face, the emotion of his face can be related to many things at the same time. 7 power points collected. This Malon tree is going to be protected. That's the only, I believe, right? Yeah, that's the only level 2 Malon tree he has left on the field. It's almost level 3. It's important for the Elven player Ectelion to keep it protected. Farsight is going to be used. Once again, that's a different game, right? Like, this game is full of action. I like that. I really do. And that's only the game number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see, hopefully, 7 of these games tonight. So, if you are hungry, grab some snacks. If you are thirsty, grab something to drink. As Benzi, for example, grab something to drink like a beer. Because it's gonna be a night to remember, as Bilbo Baggins would like to say. Big clumping, big fights, Gorkil. Also, we have also the Spider Queen now, Shelob. She's level 3. And we have also... Oh, we have Agent Smith. I mean, sorry, we have Elrond on the field. Level 1, he has actually the high tier leadership. With level 3. He's also very fast. I mean, he's not mounted, right? But he's almost as fast as mounted heroes. The amount of movement speed he has is like a light speed. He's extremely agile, you know, he's like extremely fast and mobile. Look how fast he is. What is this movement speed? But he's left alone. His Atelas, he might need to use it. He'll also might need to be used because he's a very expensive hero. You don't want to lose him. Atelas will be used, Spider Allies will be special summoned. It looks like you want to commit on this guy, but there are pikemen you need to avoid. Spiders are actually gonna be forced to disengage. Gorkil is hitting level 2, has the Skull Totem unlocked. The spiders are chasing down Agent Smith. He's actually looking for Mr. Anderson. Human Wood, Elven Wood will be used, shining bright like a diamond. And looks like Elrond is gonna get in safety, at least for now. 13 power points, almost 14 collected for elves. 775 command points available. On the other side, we have 550 only, but he has over 2,000 in the bank. He has 2 extremely mighty heroes, especially Shelob is going to be a very dangerous hero once she has some levels on it. Level 6, the Poison Stinger is going to be able to be a nightmare for any hero. The Malon 3 level 3, that's going to be a painful thing to lose it. It will make him lose 175 command points. Watch this. Boom 725 and boom 500. Boom 450. Like from 775 to 450 in like 5 seconds, and it can happen just like that. Another Malon tree is going down, another one. The Eagle Summon is available. He might need to use it defensively because the stable is also going down. The pikes are hitting like an absolute truck. Holy guacamole. The Eagle Summon will be used offensively. You want to deal some economical damage in return. The level 3 tunnel is going to be their target, and it's going down for sure. He's building up multiple arrow towers, but it's going to be a little bit too late. The Malon, the tunnel in the front is going to be also taken down before it's eventually going to hit level 3. The Eagles are dealing great amount of damage, but that's a huge and scary goblin army, which the Elven player should not underestimate, trust me. And Agent Smith is only level 1. He needs level 3 at bare minimum to get his leadership unlocked for additional damage, armor, and combat experience for the nearby allied units around him. The Eagles are going to war, or are going down. Fissure is extremely squishy, by the way. You look at the damage the Lancers are dealing to it. They will be able to burst it down in a second. Elrond is still level 1. That's a huge Goblin army with Warchan, Waldman of the Land Summon for the second time in the game. And Elven player is dropping down to 300 command points. Only the builder might be slain. There is only one single watchtower. I don't think that's gonna be enough to keep this army away. The worm will be special summoned, and the surrounding of the fortress has begun. The commitment against the fortress, which is the last remaining structure which keeps the Elven player alive. He's building a barracks, but the worm is gonna reposition himself to attack it because he wants to defeat Ectelion. He wants to finish this game and jump into the game number 2 with a lead of 1-0 in the best of 7. The builder is actually running hot, and the fortress has fallen. However, he has somewhere a barracks or a stable. That's why he's still remaining on the field. Now we have the Tom and Jerry situation. All you can do is just buy yourself time, but he has not even the money to keep building that stuff. So once this barracks is going down, the game will be over. He's trying to hold himself with the Lancers. The worm is gonna knock down the own target. Elrond is coming to fight until the very end. The worm is gonna not reach him. We have also, you know, Gorkil the Scorpion King now because he's mounted on his Scorpion. And Ectelion will leave the game and has been defeated. What a great performance from the Turkish player Inumara in the very first game. Dwarven player Ectelion at the bottom side against the red Goblin player Inumara at the top side. It's my day, Shanks. Yeah, true actually. You like Goblin faction a lot, and we will, you know, we have seen already so many Goblins in this tournament. And now in 2 out of 2 games, each time the Goblins were actually included. 2 tunnels into the Goblin Cave coming up for the Goblin player. And on the other side, we see 2 mineshafts coming up for Dwarves. Now, the advantage for Inumara is that he knows the matchup, unlike the Dwarven player. He has no clue about the matchup because Inumara was picking random and he got the Goblin pick from the random pick. And remember, the Dwarven faction is the only faction in the game which has no scouting ability. No Farsight, no Vision of Palantir, nothing that can tell you the enemy faction. That's why you need to scout with your builder or with your first unit. I believe the main strength in Dwarven faction is the revealed random. You know, if you take away the revealed random from the game, in which your opponent gets to see your Dwarven faction in the loading screen, it will kind of make the Dwarves quite weak, because their biggest effect is the surprise effect. You know, if you don't expect a Dwarven faction and there is a Dwarven faction coming at you with like Rallying Cold Guardians, it's hard to defend. But if you know, you can prepare yourself. So in this tournament, random is more or less revealed. So it's hard for Dwarves to actually perform. That's, I believe, the case. That's why the Dwarves are underperforming in this tournament so far. 2, 3, 4 mineshafts, Hall of Warriors. On the other side, we have already a Goblin Warrior upon the field. And he's building now the second Goblin Cave. Never change a running system. He was doing a phenomenal job with this opening in the previous game. Why would you do something else? When it's working, keep it doing. What's your faction? Yeah, he doesn't know the faction. That's what I'm saying, you know. Where is your tunnel? He doesn't know the faction. Goblins. Okay, now he tells him, but obviously it's too late. The builder is moving on to the top side, and Ectelion isn't happy about this matchup. He isn't happy about that. And does he have any units inside yet? The answer is no. The first Guardian is just coming, and the problem is that the Goblins are the fastest infantry, while the Dwarves, the Guardians, are the slowest. So if they want to get away, they will get away. You will never be able to catch them. Yeah, you're right. And guys, I want to use this 2-3 seconds. I want to say thank you guys for not leaving me alone, for tuning in into the live streams, for following, for subbing, for cheering with bids, but mainly for being here in the channel. Means a lot to me. Thank you for your existence. Thank you for being you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Means really a lot to me. Alright, the mineshaft is under attack, but I believe the Guardians, they should be able to defend this. And also one more Guardian is coming. He's trying desperately to keep this mineshaft protected, and he should be able to do that. Maybe Extrovers could be a nice choice in this matchup. Maybe Battle Wagons could be a nice choice in this matchup. Black Tea Beard. Thanks for the follow. And what is happening with the alerts, man? What is happening with the alerts? I don't know what is going on, really. Happy to catch you live. Great stream because of your YouTube Content. I started playing BFME 1 with my friends again. Keep it up. Grüße aus München. Hey Mann, Dankeschön. Vielen, vielen Dank. Und viele Grüße zurück an dich und deine Freunde. Und wenn ihr wollt, können wir auch mal gerne zusammen spielen.
SW33X_ gifted a Tier 1 sub to Kaisar94.
I guess thanks again, because we have seen this alert already. I don't know what's going on really. So the mineshaft is gonna be taken down. Pretty good from the goblin player Inumara. He was dealing also with this mineshaft on the spot, and you know, that's not a good start into the game number 2 for Exilion. And look at that, dude, that was the fastest game in the tournament so far. GG is gonna be called after 2 mineshafts are destroyed. What? So basically the way it works is like there is a double elimination tournament. It means even if you lose the finals, you will be dropping down to the finals of the losers bracket. And then you can work your way up to the grand finals again and get at least the third, and if not the second or the first place. So you have the highest chance of winning. We have a mineshaft start, and then we have 2 slaughterhouses coming up for Inumara. He was playing extremely well with the Goblin faction in the previous 2 matches. Let's see if he can maintain that with the Mordor faction. Inumara is 15 years old. That's crazy. I mean, that makes kind of sense, because the adaptation of a player depends on his age. Not always. There are of course exceptions to this rule, but the younger you are, the most likely you are actually able to learn and adapt your gameplay. And Inumara might be the new generation. You need a lot to maintain the activity in Battle for Middle-earth games. Oh, the game is slowing down a little bit. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's going up again. It was kind of lagging for a single second. I was scared. Like to watch others play. This game is of my childhood. And anyway, nothing to do in Rise of War. Lost all units. No conscripting. You mean Rise to War, right? The mobile game. I've seen many of you guys playing that. Is it actually a good game? The Rise to War. I personally don't like this mobile games that much, to be honest with you, you know? With all these small transactions in which you need to spend so much money to be able to make progress and stuff like that, I don't enjoy this kind of stuff. Even though I need to admit that I've not even tried Rise to War yet. But I'm a bit biased when it comes to download and play mobile games, you know? So Guardians coming from the Hall of Warriors. We have Orc Pit into the second Orc Pit coming up for the Mordor player. If you didn't stand, I'm lagging now. Alright.
Is over. The time of the Orc has come.
The time of the Orc has come. Gothmog is always right. I have played and don't like it. Okay, nah, not good. Bad game, but Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I get you. Like, the problem is that we are so fast manipulated when it comes to actually play a game which is Lord of the Rings related, you know? That's why I was also kind of interested in that, but then I actually... But why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the game developers from time to time, guys. They released the Rise to War for a mobile, you know, as a mobile game, and then they announced the Gollum game, you know, Gollum. I mean, there is like already a legendary Lord of the Rings game existing, and that's Battle for Middle-earth, right? Why don't you just make a modern version of Battle for Middle-earth? Imagine a server with no lags, no delay, like a server sport with automated updates to keep the bugs fixed. Imagine a smooth game and competitive game with thousands and thousands and thousands of active players. Imagine what potential we have there if there is going to be a company who is finally taking over the Battle for Middle-earth games and making a new one. Hopefully before I die. I would be so happy about it, you know. One day I have a dream. One day I'm gonna turn on the YouTube and I will have a recommended video. The Battle for Middle-earth 2 official trailer. Oh my goodness. In this day, I will, guys, not leave like Ectelion did. 3-0. What's going in the chat? Oh, he gets Dwarf again. Oh yeah, I was missing it. He got Dwarf again. Oh no, 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 no. The same faction like in the previous game. Dude, Ectelion is cursed. Trust me, guys, I believe next version Ectelion is gonna buff the hell out of the Dwarven faction. Let me tell you that much. I see you. He's like, oh no, 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 no. And what a series, dude. I don't know. Dwarves, I believe they have like in a matchup between two equally skilled players, the Dwarves have lost literally every single game. They have won a couple of games, but it was like, for example, it doesn't really count if a Rise of the Witch King player loses against your Dwarves when you play BFME 2 exclusively. Builds me an army worthy of Mordor, as Gothmog would like to say. Or not Gothmog, that was Sauron actually, sorry for that. Trust me, Shanks. Guys, stop calling me Shanks, Shinks, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Weird people. I don't call you Schmacks, Flash, Olsen. You know what I'm saying? I call you Max. Pikemen start.
This is no rabble of mindless orcs. These are Urukai. Their armor is thick and their shields broad.
Chonks, yeah, of course. You know, the second I say that, of course, you guys call me anything, right? Oh no, I should have not said anything.
I am Isildur. Fight for me, and I will hold your oaths fulfilled.
Some people, I mean, the BFME 2 guys started it. All of a sudden, they called me Shanks. Or Shanks. What? Stop it. Pikeman, he's gonna creep the work layer. I believe the Wargs were actually bullying this builder. That's why he was pinging it. Oh, that's very unlucky though. I don't know what to say. I mean, obviously, picking random is like a gamble situation. There is a 1 out of 6, you know, 6 factions, and you can get the same faction multiple times. That's a very likely possibility, right? I don't know. They are fighting. They should be able to defend against them, no problemo. The pikes are creeping. The only good thing about this game is it's not lagging. The last game was also lagging quite a lot. More orcs are coming in the meantime. There is a mineshaft coming up next to the slaughterhouse, so the Mordor player is able to see it. And orcs everywhere. Alright, so he's gonna be forced to defend. Oh, he's using Rallying Call defensively too on his pikemen and guardians. I believe the mineshaft is gonna be taken on regardless. The pressure is real, the outnumber advantage, and I believe that's the thing what you need to always do as Mordor against Dwarves. You just want to make sure that to split. No, I couldn't talk for a single second. To split, like you don't want to be grouped in a massive fight in which guardians or any dwarven unit is gonna outscale you. You know, here's quality goes over quantity, right, in those kind of epic battles. But when you have the outnumber advantage, you can split the map in multiple pieces. The mineshaft has been taken down. This one is almost down. It's very lucky for Ectelion that this one is still remaining on the field, but the question is for how long. This mineshaft has been taken down as well. The builder is gonna get away. Look, this long bearded guy, you know what I'm saying? This guy didn't go to the barber shop for like a year or maybe 5 years. Ectelion need archers. The problem is for the Dwarven faction that you cannot go for archers unless you get archer range level 2. The only optional unit you have are the X-Drovers, you know, and they are not the best when it comes to this because they are kind of semi-range. They don't have the long range unlike the Men of Steel, which you can only recruit from an archer range level 2. Which again, of course is possible, but it's gonna be also a lot of money and time investment. And against Mordor, you want to be active early on. You don't want to give them too much time. The mineshaft here has been taken down as well. That's not looking good for my friend Ectelion once again. 450 for Mordor and 400 for Dwarves. 3 power points for both the players collected so far in the game number 4. And I don't know what to say, man. It was a very, very great start into the best of 7. The first game was back and forth between goblins and elves. And the other 2 games in which we have seen Dwarves from Ectelion, once against goblins and now twice against Mordor, is not looking very good. I don't know what the Dwarven units need to be actually kind of strong in this meta. I think they are extremely slow. That's what it is, you know. They're not even expensive. They cost 250 each. It's not about their price. I think it's about their movement speed and about how the faction is designed in the game. They are meant to be a snowbally faction. That means when you have a lead, you can snowball extremely hard. However, when you fall behind, it's really hard for the Dwarven player to turn this around. You can see the lack of movement speed is crazy. The amount of time they need to walk from one single building to the other building is a lot. I believe when you actually have like one orc here and one guardian here and they move at the same time to this spot, right? For example, I believe the orcs would be here when the guardians are literally here. That's how the movement speed difference is feeling like, at least in the game. I mean, sure, they get more movement speed when they get level 3, 5, 7 or 10, but it's not that easy either, you know, to get them to level 3, 5, 7 or 10. So long story short, early on they will be extremely sloppy. And the first Nazgul is already on the field, almost level 2, will be trampling down those Guardians all the time. With level 2 he has a debuff to make them even weaker. The creep has been secured. All this Nazgul has to do is to not run into the pikemen, and that's it. Disable them. The pressure is real. I mean, on the one side, I'm happy to see a new generation. Inumara is a young Turkish player, 15 years old, actually outperforming expert and veteran players like Ectelion, who has been playing Battle for Middle-earth 2 for potentially like over 10 to 15 years. That's impressive. Seeing new people getting this good in, you know, kind of limited amount of time is pretty insane. And I like it, to be honest with you. Also, when it comes to win a cash prize in a tournament, I don't want to be biased, but I mean, also for somebody from Argentina is a lot, because for some of you guys in European countries, in US or something like that, $100 doesn't seem to be crazy, right? It's not like a lot, but trust me, in some certain countries like Turkey, Argentina, $100 is a lot of money. Especially in Turkey, in the current situation with the economy. I mean, I'm Turkish guy, I know the economy in Turkey, it's not looking great. Like $1 is like 10 lira, and so $100 is a lot of money there. The pikes are running wild, they are chasing down this builder. Oh, the builder has been slain. That's painful. Actually, that's pretty good for Ectelion in this matchup, killing the builder like that. And Gloin is coming. You see how sloppy he is? But he's gonna arrive eventually. The slaughterhouse level 2, barricade summon already. Nazgul cannot fight against Gloin. Gloin is gonna crush him into pieces. We have a lot of pressure also on Dwarves. 450 command points for Mordor and 550 for Ectelion. Look at that. Level 1 to almost level 4 after killing one single slaughterhouse.
Who called for some guardian?
Who called for some guardians? If we can take down the chocolate pool, look at this. What is he doing actually? Nutella. Guys, every time you eat Nutella in your life, imagine about this image, how the Nutella is being made, you know what I'm saying? Bon appetit tomorrow. The level 4 unlock for Gloin. Yes, now the Shake Foundation, I want to see that against this barricade. It's full HP, by the way, watch this. One shot it, just like that. Cremanion, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome up, you're gonna enjoy your stay. The second Orchid is coming down, going down as well. Ectelion is angry now. Ectelion is angry now, trust me. And in Gloin, dude, this guy is crazy, by the way. This Gloin is like on point today. The evil Nutella of Mordor, how gross. True, you know. The mineshaft is going down, but Gloin is gonna get in safety, right? Yeah, there is no way they can be catching or killing Gloin. Ovorkan is gonna be used. It stacks with the Eye of Sauron, by the way, but he can turn and slap them. Boom! Don't catch me or don't chase me. Don't hurt what you cannot kill. But maybe they can kill him. Eye of Sauron is gone. They are Warchant. They have the buff. And Gloin, does he have heal? No, the heal is not available yet. He has only 3 power points collected. He's pressing S to buy some time. Look how sloppy he is. You know, he's so slow. Like a grandmother with walking sticks. Where is he going? Like, this is the longest chase ever, dude. Like, please help him, somebody, dude. Come on. Please come, somebody. Look him, look him. He's like, son, where are you? Gimli. Oh, all of a sudden he's faster than them. He's cheating. Activated the movement speed cheat. Looks like he's gonna get away. He's even slowly but surely healing up. Nazgul is like, you cannot, you shall not pass. Can he do it? No! No, 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 no. Actually, pikes are coming and the Nazgul. Okay, never mind. The Nazgul is gonna get away as well. What a fiesta moment. Was close, but not close enough. Gloin has, you know, survived and entered the mineshaft successfully. The Hobbit summon in the meantime. We see Frodo, not Frodo Baggins, Meriadoc, no, sorry, Peregrine Took, that's what I was trying to say. The mineshaft here is going to be saved. He has a lot of units inside the mineshaft and 700 command points against 500. Now we are talking, boys. Now we are talking. You full of a took through Schlachtmeister. Full of a took. So we have pikes, Guardians, and he's preparing for a massive push. There's also army here. Imagine if they all group and Ectelion uses once again launch the mighty catapult at them. Imagine that what happened earlier today between Mesherofax and Ectelion. I don't know if you guys were there, but he was using his own launch the mighty catapult on his own dwarven army accidentally and killed himself, and it cost him the game. It was funny as hell. If you haven't seen it, maybe somebody clipped that. So he's moving from the bottom right side, and that's a huge dwarven army. Let's see if he can make it down. This slaughterhouse has been taken down. Tavern for the Corsairs, but they are no match against Guardians. They are only good against pikemen and also against buildings, but that's it. And the only thing what you can do in this kind of situations maybe are trolls. Mountain trolls could be nice against the Guardians. The problem is also Gloin. He has Shake Foundation almost back up, which will deal crazy amount of damage to a structure beside the fortress, and he's gonna call it GG, and that's the first victory for Ectelion, and he was winning it as Dwarves. Well played, man, well played. And now we're gonna jump right into the game number 5. Maybe that's a great... I was super disappointed, not because the Hobbit films are bad or something, but they are not good enough to compare to Lord of the Rings trilogy, in my opinion at least, you know. That's a masterwork, my friend. Like, that's like they were raising the bar so high that nothing can come anywhere close to them. 2 farms coming up for the Man of the West player, and oh, that's the first time we see... What is that? No way! No way! No way, no way. Do bekar. I don't know what to say, man. Game of Thrones is better than Lord of the Rings trilogy. I mean, that deserves a timeout or a permanent ban, this statement. But opinions are opinions, and we appreciate every opinion. We don't understand and respect them, but we appreciate them. So thanks for sharing your opinion. I hope you are the only one who thinks like that. Otherwise, you know, something is very strange. 2 mineshafts into the Guardians from the Hall of Warriors. On the other side, we see farm into the barracks. Rallying Call is available for the Man of the West player, and potentially also Rallying Call is going to be available for Dwarves. We see a mineshaft coming up right next to the farm in the river. On the map Etanmors 2, there is a Warclare in between this mountain, and also the same situation goes here. So it's like a symmetrical map, obviously. We have troll layers and this beautiful inn design. I like this inn design a lot. Even though the other inn has like some girl and, you know, husband or boyfriend having a love story. Soldiers of Gondor. The farm has been demolished from Inumara to get the money back. 50% of the money back is going to be given to the player if you demolish that right off the bat. The more you wait, the more damage the farm is, the less money you will get. So demolishing them in time is obviously very good in many situations. One Guardian is going to reach the side. I believe in a one-on-one situation they should be able to win against soldiers. Unless they have the banner purchase, which gives them the chance to use the shield wall formation. The shield wall formation can only be used from the soldiers of Gondor if you have purchased the banner from the barracks. That's the only way.
Come on, soldier, move it. Now we're talking.
Okay, so they are trying to body block, they are trying to stall and buy time, use the mobility advantage they got. We have more Guardians coming. There is a farm offensively. I like this playstyle from Inumara a lot, and now you might be asking why. The reason is simple, because normally in most cases Dwarves are gonna attack your castle, your fortress. Everything that is around the fortress is in danger. However, if you expand like him offensively, build multiple farms throughout the entire map, it's very hard for Dwarves to discover that, especially early on. It means the farms here is gonna be most likely surviving longer than the farm you have around the fortress, if this makes sense for you guys. And we have a second barracks coming up. The construction from the farm is looking dope. Once again, the Battle for Middle-earth 2 on the patch 1.09 version 2 has the best animations from all the games. Rallying Call has been used on the soldiers. They are trying to make Denethor proud. They are trying to get inside the genes into the range of this mineshaft. If they can surround it, they will be definitely taking it down. They have now in total 50% more damage and 50% more experience, and look at this damage they are dealing now. I think it's enough to take it down, right? The Guardians, they cannot match them. They have not the buff. He will enter with one of them inside the mineshaft, but the other ones will remain being here to try to defend. There is one more mineshaft coming and one more soldier. So the pressure from this side is going to be real. And for that reason, Exilion has to destroy this barracks as soon as possible. Very important. So 1 barracks for the defense and 1 barracks for the offense. I like this strategy a lot. The Netflix Witcher, I think it's also not bad. The Witcher series, I think, is the best Netflix series so far. To be honest, I feel like most of the Netflix series I don't really watch, because they are like not very good, at least not in my book. But Witcher is pretty nice. I like Witcher. Okay, that's a great push incoming. I think the Man of the West player isn't prepared for that. He didn't see them coming yet. The farm is going to be definitely taken down. We have a lot of Guardians coming from the middle as well. The stable is building up. There is also pressure at the same time on the Dwarves. They're building 1 more mineshaft, but there is a battle tower plus the fortress shooting, and I believe the soldiers are going to be taken down slowly but surely. He might be able to commit against the barracks too. Now with the pikemen, the pikes are dealing a lot of damage to the barracks. Rallying call has been used on these units. The Guardians are not dealing that much damage to the barracks, however. They are only good when it comes to take down the farms. And now I believe, at least now Exilion has to realize, okay, there needs to be a barrack somewhere, right? Because more and more units are coming from the top right side. So he has to take care of that ASAP. Very important, otherwise he will be falling more and more behind all the time. And Dwarves, we have seen this already many times. When they fall behind, it's not really fun to play them. We have hobbits from the Shire. They are coming from the inn, if you are wondering. You can recruit them for 220 each. They might not be able to enter the battlefield. They will come just before the inn gets captured by the Man of the West player. The hobbits are not the strongest warriors in Middle Earth, but they are looking cool. The kids, with their sticks. Okay, the farm here has been taken down. The barracks is still remaining on the field. Rallying call is going to be used from the Man of the West player defensively. The pikes are trying to get to the barracks and they will deal a lot of damage, but the soldiers of Gondor, they will one-shot them at this point with the rallying call in aggressive stance. He has also purchased a banner, which once again is going to give him the chance to use the shield wall formation, which is going to make the combat strength of the soldiers much greater. The shield wall is going to make you get increased additional armor and also arrow resistant. You will only lose movement speed for that, and I think that's a good trade, especially against dwarves. When you fight, when you stand still and fight, you don't need the movement speed. What you need is increased armor. And using this and then the rallying call grants you armor and also damage at the same time. They are now moving on. A lot of them. They cost how much? Let me check. They cost only 200. They cost less than Guardians. 50 less. That's actually a lot, especially early on. And look at the minimap in the meantime. The top right side is completely under control from the Man of the West player, and that's what I was talking about. Expanding offensively is so nice against dwarves. The builder has been slain. Almost 8 power points collected for Man of the West, 8 power points also for dwarves, 475 command points against 550. And the problem is the moving army. The hobbits are recovering over time at the well. The mineshaft is going down slowly but surely. We have only a couple of units remaining on the field. Hobbits coming. Can they match the soldiers in a one-on-one situation? I have my doubts about that. They are not the best melee fighters. Look at that. They are getting crushed in a single second. Maybe they are better when it comes to throw rocks. Okay, the mineshaft is going down. Boromir, the captain of Gondor, is on the field. He's level 4 already. He's gonna blow the horn of Gondor to stun the nearby enemy units. The Guardians are stunned. They cannot move. They cannot fight. They cannot do anything but die. Slowly but surely. And with level 5 he unlocks the leadership, which means 50% more damage and 25% more increased combat experience for the soldiers of Gondor. Boom, son. Tom Bombadil special summon for a beautiful sonic song on your face. Tom Bombadil in BFME 2 also gives you armor inspiring, which makes those tower guards even beefier and tankier. And take a look into the minimap. I believe that's it, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe that's the entrance of Inumara, who has done a phenomenal job so far in the tournament. In the round of 16, he was dominating 3-0. In the quarterfinals, he was kicking down one of the favorites of the tournament, Ave Harvey, down to the losers bracket. And now, a veteran player, a BFME 2 expert, a developer from the patch 1.09. Exilion also gets defeated by the young Turkish player Enumara, who is 15 years old, 4-1. Obviously, very unlucky for Exilion because he got to play in like 4 out of 5 games Dwarven faction, and